Welcome, James by the Beach, to another deck profile by Denham Smith. Say hi, everyone.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Awesome. Alrighty, this is the beautiful Games by the Beach mat that he was using today to show that we were the sponsored team. And he is the true definition of started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, boy.
Alrighty, now tell us what you did. Tell us why.
Well, I went X2, but then I finished 13th place, which is surprising. Even though I lost my first 2 rounds, managed to win 4 rounds in a row after that, which I did not believe I could do that.
There you go. This guy started from like 2 losses and then went all the way up and got himself 13th place. And what did you play?
I played Pendulum Magicians. I basically based my deck off Jason's and Cody's build with a few minor alterations.
Awesome. So we did a lot of deck profile, we did a lot of deck testing before the tournament, and this is your list?
Yep.
Alrighty, let's get into it.
Alright. 3 Joker, self-explanatory, stratus of the deck, searches out any skull out to extender for your combos as well. 3 Vizumai, arguably one of the best cards in the deck, can be searched of Joker, also provides easy access to any scale you need, provided you have a Magician in scale. Triple Harmonizing, probably one of the best combo cards I have in this deck. You summon it, or you Pendulum summon it from hand, you instantly got rank 4 or Synchro play. It came in so clutch today because I managed to use Black Fang's effect to summon it from grave, even though my opponent didn't see that coming, and Synchro for game with Omega.
Nice. Well done.
Purple Poison at 3. This card is lit. It's called 2100 defense. It's a big booty. Also, it's called the pop-in effect from being destroyed and going to extra deck is lit. Came in so clutch with the trap card. 3 Double Iris, probably another good card to play at 3. I've seen some people play it at 2, don't know why. It's just an instant card to target a monster, deal double battle damage this turn if you battle the monster. So clutch to get into your traps and spell. 3 Black Fang, probably my MVP of today. Won me a skull game because I attacked with a Black Fang with Purple Poison in scale. Brought my opponent down to a skull 300. Popped the skull the Purple Poison before damage calculation. Targeting the Black Fang, my other Black Fang in scale. Summoning another Black Fang from grave to attack for game. Black Fang is lit. Double Loaf. I was running 1, but I decided to put 2 in for today because I decided to run triple desires. Because if I banish the only copy, it's kind of cooked. As Jason said, if this was a level 4, I would probably run 3 of this and probably be one of the best cards in the deck. The fact that you can recycle cards from your extra deck is so good and so powerful to continue for different plays. 1 White Wing didn't come up much today. I wouldn't cut it, but it still has so many good plays. This is a tuner. And also helps provide protection. Double Astrograph, probably another MVP. It's a good beat stick. Can also bait out. It's called Ashes, surprisingly, because your opponent does not want you searching the card that you just destroyed as well. Also clutch. It's called when you summon it in battle phase for more damage. Double Pendulum Sorcerer. I wasn't running 2. I was originally running 1, but then I borrowed 1 from Chris Chong. Thanks for that. It helped me advance my game states and provide more intricate combos by popping my scales and searching another Joker and then getting pluses off my scales. For the hand traps, I run 2 Ash and 1 Maxi, or as other people call it, cupboard. I only run 2 Ash because for some reason I just decided not to run 3 Ash, just because I felt like 3 Ash could break my hands. In testing, it did provide a good outwards some searches, and in today's regionals it did pretty well. Ash in Fossil Dig for game.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, because he had anti-spell on field and instead of Fossil Dig, and I had Ash and he passed to his turn. He's like, alright, I'm just gonna win Fossil Dig. And starts searching. I'm like, Ash, before you can even respond. He's like, oh, I'll just scoop. So Ash is pretty good. I'll probably try and find room for 3, but personally I'll run 2 for now. For the spells, that's all for the monsters. For the spells, I run 3 Dual Alliance. Probably not a good card because it's a Stratos in terms of spells. You can search the double eyes, you can search the spell, you can search the trap, you can search one pen call, which I am running, unlike some other players in the team. This card is just pretty good. It's a great card. It's also an Ash bait as well, so you can bait the Ash and go off with that. I was expecting to run into Magicians, so that's why I was running triple Wavering Eyes. But for some reason, I did not run into any Magicians or Spirals today at all. I only ran into 2 ABC, 1 Paleo Frog, 1 Blue Eyes, 1 Dinosaurs, and 1. Pretty sure that's all actually. Yeah. So yeah, Wavering Eyes is clutch because you can just pop your scales after you Pendulum Summon, get more combos off, get more searches off, burn them for an extra 500. Actually won a game, not at this regional, but at locals. So I have Wavering Eyes for game, with them only having 500 life points left. 2-star Pendulum Graph. It is actually a good card. It came in so clutch against ABC because I would set it, or activate it, correction, and then activate a scale, or activate Wisdom Mind scale, and affecting the pop. It would bait the ABC Buster to banish this so that I don't get extra searches as well, forcing leaving my field to go off. Bit of an interesting choice is I ran triple Desires. I did not like the idea of triple Desires before last night, but decided to try it out anyway, and it actually came in pretty handy. Desires into more combo pieces. I did not Desires into more Desires, which is tank. It's called, which is great, and it also did not get ashed at all today with Desires. Play 1 Rigeki because Rigeki is just a great card as a single choice because it breaks boards, and also you can hold onto it as a last resort and play it on later in the turn if they think they have a big board that you can't get over. And for the last spell, I played 1 Pendulum Call. Surprisingly, I resolved it about 6 times in a row.
Wow, that's a lot.
Today, from each game. So round 1 and round 2, I resolved it 3 times, once each in 3 games. So that was pretty good. Actually, it's so good because you can just search off Harmonizing and the scales, or if you have a scale in hand as well. It also provides immunity. Also, it doesn't, you can still activate your double eyes and pop poison in scale. Just won't destroy it, which is also good. And also it has a good interaction with the trap card, where if you activate this and then you activate the trap card and target the scale, it'll destroy your opponent's monster, and since 2 cards were destroyed because Pendulum Pole saves it, it'll send another card from field to grave.
Yeah, actually you're glad you brought that up because that is one of the reasons why a lot of people play Pendulum Call, because it's a second time-star magician per se.
And for the traps, I ran the standard 2-time Pendulum Graph. Wouldn't run 3, wouldn't run 1, just good at 2. So clutch. Round 6, it literally won me the game because he set rotation me, put in Union Hanger and a Dragon Ravine, and he went off and made a Buster and Decode. He managed to managed to pop his Ravine with Pendulum Graph, and he couldn't set his other Union Hanger and go off from there. That pretty much won me the game because of this card. Such a good card. So hopefully it doesn't get banned. Which would you like? Side deck or extra deck?
We'll go with the extra.
Okay. For the extra deck, I'm running 1 Trapeze Magician. It is actually a good card against Trickstars. Also a good card against just general burn decks. Also, it has a good interaction where you can target your opponent's monster and make them destroy themselves at the end of the battle phase. It's a good interaction. Didn't make it much today. I don't think I only made it once today against some random rogue person because I didn't know what he was playing. 2 time star. I'll probably cut this down to 1 because I didn't have an Archishik. Came in clutch because I can search off Joker, I can search off Astrograph, I can search off pretty much every other dark spellcaster pendulum monster in my deck. Also, the fact that it provides protection is a great effect, that it doesn't need to detach to protect. The only thing is it can protect others, but it can't protect itself. That's the only drawback. Probably cutting that to 1 though, if I get an Archishik. Playing the standard Utopia package. This thing literally won me, it's called another game, where I attacked into his Sea Crush Wyvern, and he would have managed to summon another monster if I didn't make Utopia. Managed to get Utopia to attack it, so he wouldn't summon the monster, and then attack directly with Omega for game. Such a good card. Gets over big beaters. Also stops them from activating traps when you attack it in the battle phase. Just a great card in general. One Dark Rebellion, or Supreme King Dark Rebellion. Pretty much a Utopia, but it's also a little bit better. It does not negate the effects when it attacks, but it does deal more damage. The fact that I did about close to 5,500 with one attack from just him is pretty good. So considering Utopia will just do a little bit of more damage. One Baguska. Personally, I didn't make it too much. When I did make it, it put a giant target on it and made them go into decode, eat first turn and get over it and then go off with their plays. Did its job to slow them down a little bit, but didn't do too much in my opinion. Still a good card though. One of Bistweller, made this against Paleo Frogs and pretty much scooped after that because he was called Reckless Greed and he couldn't draw anything else and he set all of his cards and used all of his resources too early and then made a Bistweller before when Reckless Greed wore off and he couldn't do anything else at all, so he pretty much scooped for that, which is a great card. Also good against BA, which I didn't have to face gladly. Tornado Dragon, great against the mirror match, great against ABC. Also you can pop your own Skull Scales to proc their effects, to pop double R's to get their trap for more disruption plays. You can also pop their Skull Scales as well, which is handy. It's a great card in general. Play one Decode. Didn't go into him pretty much at all today. I think I made him once, but he was outed pretty easily and that was a pretty much washout for that game. This is a good card in general. Helps progress your board for more plays, I guess. I'll probably run an Akashic if I can find it and make room for it. For the Synchros, I'm playing one Ignister. Ignister, you can't argue, it's a pretty good card. Non-targeting removal. Gets over Sleeper. Pretty good. Can't argue with that. Didn't make him at all today, but in the mirror match, he's actually pretty clutch. One Beals. I made him once today against True Draco invoked. Surprisingly, he drew the out with Stormfort and managed to Stormfort away my Beals and make him Masterpiece and Mechaba, and I couldn't get over that. So pretty much.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Stormin's a pretty good card, I will admit. That's why it's a 1. Beals is a good card though against True Dracos because usually they can't get over it easily. Most people don't even run Stormfort in True Draco, so I wasn't expecting to see that. One Omega, this thing put in so much work today, I think I might actually bump this up to 2. This thing won me a game against a dinosaur player because literally I summoned it, banished his he had no cards in hand, out of his field, summoned Omega, waited for his turn to draw, banished it and banished his double evolution peel, which he would have summoned Conductor Tyranno and won the game because I was on 200 life points and it was an 8k. Come back to my phase, he summoned this back, attacked directly, and what's called main phase 2. I was called banish it again to banish his double evolution peel. He draws Dogoron, doesn't do anything because he can't kaiju anything. Comes back to my turn, summon this again, attack directly for game. So clutch, so good for what's called taking a peek at the opponent's hand as well, to seeing what you banished. Because usually if you banish a combo piece, you can also tell what deck they're playing, so you can play around that as well. Also in my final round, this came in clutch because I've kept banishing my opponent's Unending Nightmare, which would have completely destroyed my deck. But for some reason I kept hitting his Unending Nightmare and he kept getting salty, which is good. One Enlightened Paladin, this is pretty much for the mirror match personally. This card is so good because you can add back your, it's called Bravery Knights, you can also add back your Duelist Alliance, or you can do what I did once today and add back Pendulum Call and activate it a second time. Which actually won me that what's called game but did not win me the round. It's a good card. Also what's called burns your opponent for the attack when it destroys a monster. And for the final extra deck card, I played one Supreme King Clearwing. Pretty much Raigeki on board. Great card. Didn't make him much today, played him like twice just to clear the massive boards that my opponent makes with no protection. Which is a great card in general. Also when he attacks, he pretty much destroys your opponent's monster and burns them for their attack. It's pretty much similar to Enlightened Paladin, but better. To the side now, This is a last minute choice, but the Kaiju engine, decided to put this in because my vice captain advised me, Chris Strong. This is a great suggestion, and I actually did side the Kaiju in a lot, and they put in so much work. Kaiju in Toads, Buster Dragons, and so many other monsters. Didn't side the Slumber at all because for some reason I didn't see a need for it. Triple evenly matched. Thank you, Chris Vandermeer, for lending me these. They didn't come in handy at all because the only time I managed to almost resolve it, I went to battle phase and he activates Mind Crush, and I had 2 evenly matched in hand and calls evenly matched, and so I had to discard 2 evenly matched, and I was so salty, but I managed to win that game anyway. But yeah, did not see that Mind Crush come in at all. 3 Droll, thanks again to Chris Vandermeer for lending me these. Did not come in clutch at all for some reason. Came into my deck once against Dinos because he activates Terraforming. At resolution, I activate Droll. He pretty much sets Overraptor and passes because he can't do any more combo plays. Good card. I'll probably play it more if there was a more Spiral heavy meta, but currently Spirals are not my biggest fear. ABC is kind of my big fear, but Magician mirror matches is where I fear the deck the most. Double Denko against Paleo, summoned it. He pretty much couldn't activate his trap cards. Came in clutch because I just Pendulumed and left my normal summon open. He didn't see the Denko coming in. Because Denko is just a good card against any general back row heavy rogue deck. It was also a last minute choice advice from my vice captain Chris Strong for advising me to play double Denko and triple system down because I knew I would face ABC. I started this in every game against ABC, did not see it at all.
Oh, so unlucky.
Yeah. In my first 2 rounds, I did not see any of my side deck cards at all in all my 6 games because all my games went into time from all my rounds except for one, which was Blue Eyes, which was a washout because it was a new player who's never been to a regionals before.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Denham, for the deck profile.
No problem.
Awesome. And we'll catch you next time, Games by the Beach. This is all the deck profiles for the team that went up to South Australia.
Cheers.
So yeah.
Bye.
Bye.